Welcome to Rich Keys Trading Channel, where we unlock one candle at a time. Please pay attention to the disclaimer on your screen. And with that out of the way, let's get into the charts. Okay, welcome back, my fellow traders. Today is Sunday, the 5th of April 2026. It's about 11 a.m. New York time, and I want to share my update on the dollar index breakout video I did last week. Just a continuation of that video is what I'm presenting this week. Okay, so let's start off on the weekly chart, see how the bigger picture looks like. Um, on the weekly chart, there's this thing that I've noted here, which I've called absorption. Is this wicks that we have had for the last 3 weeks, right? Every time price comes into this zone, we bounce off. Come into this zone, we bounce off. We came in this zone, we bounce off. So definitely, big institutions or big money is absorbing at this level. And this level, if you look, also is a trend line support right from here, all the way cutting through this previous resistance has now turned into a support. So this trend line is important. Another important thing to observe is this double bottom level, all right, that has been accumulated since June 2025. Whenever price came in here, they shook out or did a shakeout according to Wyckoff theory with a long wick, and then off they go. Now they've come to the resistance level, which is kind of like the breakout level. So this is very important for the continuation to the upside on the dollar. And I think this is building enough energy for this breakout because this resistance ahead is a big one. On the weekly time frame, as you can all clearly see, this is the 100 EMA, this is the 200 EMA, this is a previous also resistance right back into 2025, May of 2025. But if you go way back even to 2024, is a support that has now turned into a resistance. So it's big, it's pretty relevant. On a monthly time frame, I think this is also the 50 EMA level. So it's a confluence of many factors that is creating this resistance here. So I envisage that for price to break through this resistance, it needs a lot of energy. It needs a bigger catalyst, right? So until we get the bigger catalyst, I think this is just going to be hitting this gradually. In other words, I expect price to push into this resistance, gets pushed back until this resistance gets weak enough. And maybe, who knows, I'm not sure what catalyst that will be that will push it straight through. But let's go to the daily chart because that's where I want to share what I'm looking at and what my trade plan is about. So on the daily chart, you could see that we are in a nice channel uptrend, right? So this is the upper band, this is the lower band that cuts through the bottoms here. And I think this channel, until this channel is broken, let me align it properly. Yeah, until this channel is broken, we still assume the uptrend. Clearly on the daily chart, we are above our 100 EMA, above our 50 EMA, and now we're also above the 200 EMA. 9 EMA is also above it. So obviously, all the EMAs are supporting the continuation to the upside. We haven't broken anything yet on the daily chart. So when we had this sell-off that happened this past week, I was looking to see where we found the support. Surprisingly, right off the 21-day EMA. So this 21-day EMA is a very important level that we should not break. So the trade plan will be invalidated if price breaks below this level. In other words, a candle open and close below this level would invalidate the theory that we go up. Now, looking at this, I assume that we did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. This whole thing that happened here was a correction, an ABC correction. Came down 1, 2, and 3. So the correction is over, and I'm postulating that this is the beginning of another move where we found support here. We did our first impulse up to the previous high. We have pulled back to this support higher than this, and I'm expecting this to break through the resistance some way, somehow. If not, then it means we're just going to grind sideways, poke back here, come back, poke back here, sideways, poke back here, come back, poke back here, come back. But if the energy that it's built so far within the weekly chart, as I was showing you, it's pretty convincing to me that we might be getting our breakout maybe this week. And if we do breakout, I'm expecting my target to come on, kind of hit somewhere at least. I think I expect it to hit somewhere here. Let me push this slightly up. Okay. So I expect it to hit somewhere around the 102, 281 level, which is right to the upper band of our channel. And then I expect us to then get a correction back to test this resistance zone. So it's kind of like a breakout, a retest, and then we shall make our final move up to the double bottom target, which is somewhere around 103. So this is the trade idea I want to share on the dollar. Um, we'll keep observing it as the week goes by. So keep your inbox, watch your inbox. If anything changes, I would definitely update this analysis in the comment section or the update section. And I want to thank you for paying attention to this brief analysis on the 4 hours. Let me see if anything is different on the 4 hours. Yeah, so on the 4 hours, we are actually respecting the 200 EMA. All right. So if anything at all, if you want to use a 200 EMA as your yardstick, then of course, if we do break below the 200 EMA, candle open and close here, it will invalidate the trade analysis, which is a shorter time frame to analyze on. But other than that, this move here that we came down, we've just done the 0.618 retrace, and I think this 0.618 retrace, of course, is a Fibonacci resistance level, so you can see that it's facing resistance here. But considering that the week ended on Thursday, Friday was a holiday, and so the Dixie did not make any price action, I assume that when market opens this Sunday into Monday, we're probably going to get a gap up. We're probably going to get a gap up above this resistance zone, and then make our way, up. Um, so that's my postulation again on this analysis on the dollar. I want to thank you for paying attention and visiting the publication. Give it a boost. Let me know if it helps you. Comment there if you have alternative, trade ideas on the dollar. Let's make this a community. Thank you again. Cheers. Thank you for unlocking market insights and trade ideas with us. One candle changed everything today. We hope you can already see how today's analysis can transform your trading and investing decisions. If today's breakdown helped you spot opportunities or potential risk you would have missed, consider subscribing to the channel so you never miss an important opportunity or avoid a potential risk. Kindly give the video your support with a like and comment below with your insights. Share the video with a trader or investor you care about. They will thank you when it saves them from a bad trade or a missed investment opportunity. Until the next presentation, keep unlocking profits one candle at a time. Thank you.